What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. It's low tier for lifetime, and this is going to be a duel with all types of cheese and dankness and shenanigans. The ending is going to be actually quite comical. So we got trains at the bottom, and this is a little bit of a different build of trains. I've actually never seen anyone run Rocket Arrow Express, and I mean, it's a 5,000 attack monster, but it doesn't allow you to really do anything after you summon it. He's playing against Neospatians, and this is as pure of a build of Neospatians as you will see. He's playing all the Neospatian cards. I think that trains are going to go first, which they do not want to do because trains is a go second deck. And yeah, all he can do is summon that Rocket Arrow and pass turn. Now, the turn that you summon Rocket Arrow, you cannot get a battle phase that turn. Also, you can't activate any effects or set cards. That's the reason why you get a 5,000 attack monster. So he gets that 5,000 attacker, and he's just going to pass it up to his opponent. Rhoda comes down for a copy of Aqua Dolphin. He's just going to trade that in for more cards. Now he has that copy of Neospatian Hummingbird, and it is going to give him 2,000 life points. That will not be the only time he activates that effect. He's going to go for the copy of Grand Neos, bounce the rocket back to his hand, and get a couple of attacks through. It's not a terrible turn one. Mainly if he can keep the Hummingbird on field, he can stay within that threshold so he can't really get like OTK'd by trains, which always is a threat. So anyways, he goes for Sky Palace, pops the field spell. He's going to rank up into Lai Bei. He still is in a pretty good position because, again, he kept the monster that he really needed to keep to make sure he can never get OTK'd. So Neospace Connector going to pull Neos from the deck, 2,000 more life points. Now he's going to go for Dark Neos and basically just he just kind of passed and went into defense mode. I didn't like that play at all. It seemed incredibly pointless. I mean, he took 2,000 attack away from Lai Bei, but in the grand scheme of things, what does that really accomplish? I don't think it does, honestly, that much. He gains 2,500 now. He activates next. Summons a couple of those Neospatian support monsters. Grand Neos, once again, going to be used so that he can get some damage. But now he makes a critical mistake. If you guys have ever watched this channel, you know what's going to happen. There is one thing you can never, ever, ever do on this channel, and that is get your opponent down to 100 life points and not kill them, because we always know then that's when the anime comebacks happen. And I'm thinking that that's what's going to happen again. After all, he just has a single Neospatian Hummingbird. It's not like this guy can't play through that, clearly. Let's see what he's going to do. Summons a copy of Pegasus. Okay. Goes straight into a rank 4, goes for the Dreadnought. I would have liked to see, instead of him going in the Dora, I would have liked to see maybe like one of the Super Quantum. Great Magnus is usually what people go into, especially not Dora in attack mode. I mean, come on, Dora has 4K defense. I don't really like, you know, it being summoned in attack mode. Now check this cheese out, right? So he's trying to get that cheeky win with a just straight up cheese tactic. If you guys don't know about Neospatian Glowmoss, this card, basically, it lets your opponent draw a card if it attacks or if it's attacked, and then if it's a spell card, you can attack your opponent directly, so this can attack directly and he can win the game. Now, unfortunately, his opponent is not going to actually draw a spell. Now, when they draw a monster, it ends the battle phase. So he didn't get what he needed there, but the good thing is, even a 6,000 Lai Bei can't actually do anything here. He draws another monster, and it just ends the battle phase. So we got one little 6,000 attack, or we have one 6,000 attack tank versus a little Glow Mossy Boy. I'm imagining the Glow Mossy Boy ain't gonna win. Now, I did like this play a lot. So he says, Cap G, I know my back's against the wall, so I got a 200 IQ play. What I'll make is Ravenous Tarantula, and since the difference in life points between me and my opponent is so grand, it's 8,000, all my monsters will be mega sized. Look at this. This guy has about currently around 27,000 damage on field because all of his monsters are gaining 8,000 attack. But check out the ultimate cheese, guys. The top decks were real. Yu-Gi-Oh! Gods coming through. He top decks the copy of Dark Panther, which means he can target the Ravenous Tarantula, copy the effect, and now he's going to summon another Dark Panther off the effect of Contact Gates, activates it again. He will take some burn damage, of course, but he activates it again, copies the Tarantula's effect for a second time, and now, oh no, So his win condition, his 200 IQ play, has been turned against him because this guy, every one of his monsters is gaining 16,000 or somewhere around that. Now, excuse me, it's a little different because I forgot he took the burn damage, but every single one of his monsters is gaining around like 14,000 attacks, somewhere around that. It's a whole lot of damage, and he simply is going to bounce the Ravenous Tarantula off the field and attack him for massive damage. And this is the one time, I think, in this channel's history where somebody got 100 life points and couldn't actually make the comeback. His opponent just, he was a little 200 IQ for him. Anyways, this second duel is going to be a quick one. We got Gladiator Beast against Salamangreats, and whoa, this hand... Oh man, this is a terrible hand for Salamangreats. Not only did you draw, I mean, he drew almost every brick in the damn deck. I mean, drawing Roar is fine, but you don't really want to draw Falco, you don't want to draw Jaguar, and you really don't want to draw Sanctuary because you get it for free anyways. If you combo out, you get like Jaguar for free as well. So he would definitely want these to be different cards. Does not get this, or actually, I guess he plays multiple copies. At least he got an impermanence out of his opponent, so that's good. I guess he's playing multiple copies of Salamangreat Sanctuary, so that was at least kind of nice. He is going to activate... Oh, no, he doesn't do anything. He just sets Call by the Grave and passes. Okay. Now, this is where maybe he could do something. I don't think that I would have went for Heatleo. I think I would have tried to maybe, I don't know, Saddle on Banelings. I guess it really doesn't matter. No, juggling the Roar probably seems a little better, in my opinion. But whatever, he gets a lot of damage in, so at least we can give him that. Now, he is going to go for the Super Polymerization, and he actually doesn't go for Violent Chimera. He goes for looking at this card being a good Super Poly target, hypothetically against Marincess as well, and other Cyberse archetypes as they come out, decks like Process Slayers or 10 different names for that fucking archetype. And then when we get the Adignisters, so people might start playing this as like one of the premier Super Poly targets as we get more and more Cyberse archetypes into the meta. At this point, so many of this guy's cards have been turned off. Most importantly, the Roar. He does still have the Call by the Grave for the Test Tiger. That's fine. Glad, because Test Panther requires any monster or any two monsters as long as one is a Glad Beast monster. Why Mind Control is so good in the deck, and why Instant Fusion, same deal. If you were going second with Gladiator Beast, you can make the Test Panther. He's going to go ahead and tag back in, and looks like he used the Foolish Burial effect of this one right here. Goes for Augustus. He's going to go for Tamer. Now he can go for Grazaris. Feels pretty confident, popping a couple of cards. Attacks, and he's probably going to tag out the Grazaris into a couple more monsters, maybe seeing if he can drop a rank 8 during this turn. Looks like he is going to go ahead and drop that rank 8 and then make the Mech Knight Crusadia Astrum as well. His opponent top decks a Rage, and I'm just not sure you could get a worse combination of like 6 cards. Maybe if he would have had like Rage instead of Call by the Grave, with his opening play, he could have actually gotten somewhere because he would have had Rage, Roar, and that probably would have been good enough to like get him through. But that was a rough Salamangreat opening, and it doesn't really matter because he had another Super Polymerization. I don't know if he really had another target in his extra deck. Most people don't run like 2 targets for like Salamangreats, but definitely Salamangreat's getting the whooping right now. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed those short duels. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.